Now, moving on to the weather, as large parts of Newry and County Down, Northern Ireland, have been swamped by floodwater as the city's canal burst its banks amid heavy rainfall.
Well, dozens of businesses were engulfed in the floods, with widespread damage caused to buildings, stock and furnishings, with local police forces warning people to stay out of the city centre as streets have turned to rivers.
Meanwhile, people are protecting their homes and businesses. Roads have been closed and ferries cancelled as England, as well as the Channel Islands, prepare itself for Storm Ciaran.
With the Met Office issuing yellow and amber warnings indicating potential risk to life and property. Well, let's speak now with GB News' Northern Ireland reporter Dougie Beattie. Good afternoon to you, Dougie, and what's the situation on the ground there?
Well, good afternoon indeed, and yes, welcome to Newry. Newry is a city that sits in a valley and it flows out to the sea at Warren Point, Rostrevor, and the Newry Canal, which is one of the oldest canals in Britain, meets the River Clanroy right here. And if you could just see behind us, there's been over 12,000 sandbags deployed into Northern Ireland's eastern province in anticipation of the rain that's coming tonight. You can just see how high the river is here, because the arches, you can't actually see them now. That's down about 4 feet than it was last night. And if you take a walk with me now, the damage that did when it came over the top of the that wall and crashed into the city centre, well, you can see just there behind us, the businesses here are still pretty much underwater. Now, those businesses, most of them haven't been able to return yet because high tide is due here in just about 20 minutes' time. And of course, because it's so close to the sea, that will cause problems for those businesses and additional flooding. But some of the flood defences here that were put in place many years ago have also had a problem. You can see just down in behind us here, that is an orange pumping station, and that was put into place in order to pump the water out of the Clanroy River that came over the banks and into the streets. And last night it too was flooded, and because it was absolutely drenched in water, it's sitting at a low point. Now, where I stand now is County Armagh, and just across this bridge, if you just swing over there, that bridge is County Down, and you can see that they have actually closed that bridge off because they're afraid of the structure of the bridge with the amount of water that is hitting. Now, there's still been floods further upriver in Portadown, Bambridge, and we're now here in Kilkeel and Newcastle, and that's because the land is so sodden that the water is washing off it and coming down in. So Newry, one half of the city, is still operating very well, and the half of the city that is in round the canal and the Clanroy River is still in real problems, and tonight they're expecting more rain.
Dougie Beattie, thank you for that dramatic update from Northern Ireland. Fantastic stuff.
And good luck to those businesses as well. As Dougie says, the ground is already saturated. More rainfall coming their way. So Dougie will be across that for us on GB News.